All right, so currently this is the green line for the previous day high. We got price coming back in the range. I really want to focus on this red candle because we did gap up. So we're just gonna play this real simple. All right, we got our levels that have been broken. We really want to take this down to the 60%. So we're looking at a 683.42. We could be a little bit more aggressive, taking this trade down. All right. So we're looking for this target right here. So we want to see come here. I do believe that we can go deeper, but that, like I said, that's the first target to get to this level right here. Let's do that. All right. Now, what we also can look at is this whole entire impulse, and this gives us a deeper target. So we already crossed. We haven't crossed the 23 yet. All right. So you got to be careful when this crosses 23. Well, we did a little bit. Price typically will try to pull back above and then drop. We still can come down here. We do the 61 and to make it a little bit deeper. We get down to maybe the 682 range on this. Okay, there's a lot of bleeding happening in the market and other assets. So the dollar is gaining some strength right now. Let's go look at some of the forex market pairs, see what's happening. So you see the dollar's pushing higher on U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar. All right. We look at the DXY, which is the dollar index. We're also pushing higher as well. We had this nice little flag pattern right here, and price is boom, has broken out of this mini little flag pattern. All right. And you put that right there. So we're looking like we can get back up to this level right here. And of course, you can measure this using your Fibonacci extension tool. We'll just start from here, we'll take it up to there, and we'll bring it back down, and we have hit extension number 1, so number 2 is up here at $100. It's a change. Let's look at the Japanese yen. All right, so we're moving sideways, so we got to be careful on this one right here. We don't know what it's doing, but it's like a tight little wedge that could be pushing this up. So we could see some form of a breakout that can break out of here. So this is like this is a pennant. So we can break out. Let's look at Australian USD. So here we go right here. We got a previous day low that's broken. Gotta be careful on this one because we want to look for the sweep. So, but this is what I'm anticipating. So if we do this, we got that. All right, if we can get back above, we can come back in here into range. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and measure the impulse. All right, we're gonna measure this impulse right here. All right, see this impulse? We're gonna measure that, and we're gonna get the downside. So in the event that this wants to break and go lower, we already got our downside targets ready to go. So we feel that price should come here on USD for the US dollar to be stronger. But if you plan a liquidity sweep, all right, this could come back in the range and then drop back down. But monitoring this is some strong pressure coming in. It may not sweep. So this is a little bit tricky on this one. All right, but we do have our targets. Let's go look at BTC USD. So we smashed through the previous day low on this one. So that's what I'm saying. That all USD, it may go stronger. All right, we got an impulse right here. We can measure that impulse. We go from here. We go down to here. All right, and we can play these levels. We can see if we can get back up to here. Protect the stop loss below here. But like I said, we all got to be careful that the dollar is getting stronger right now with all the, especially with Trump making those comments on 60 Minutes last night. A lot of uncertainty is in the market. All right, let's see. Let's do XRP, USDT. Same type of setup. A lot of times you're going to see the same thing with each crypto project. They all got some form of a symbiotic relationship. So there's really no decoupling right now that is happening. Well, let's check out the CoinGlass. All right, so on the 4 hours, 77% alone. That's too much, so we're looking for a downside pressure. Now on the 1 hour, we may see some bounce. All right, we got 55% short, so that's the majority. Which, if we go back and look at Bitcoin, we see that because so many people are short, we did get a little bit of relief. So the shorts are being liquidated on this move right here. Now we need to see whether or not the longs are going to come in strong, thinking that this is about to be a rally. If so, they too can be trapped. This is resistance, and we could push down lower. So what we can do is we just go ahead and just do this as an extension point. And if we break lower, we're going down to the 105 area on this. Let's go up to a higher time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with on the 4 hour. Alright. These are the resistance. We got some support levels right here. We got another support level right there. And we need to monitor these levels. We can go ahead and take from the here to the high here, and we can see what we've been playing with. Got some interesting setups here. It's like a Bart Simpson pattern. We may push down. There's a possibility we can get to the 61%. We see a 94,000 Bitcoin. Can the rest of these levels be visited? Of course. All right. We've already crossed 23% multiple times. So we could have a higher probability that we are going to 61% on a pullback. So monitor that. Look at gold. All right. Flat pattern. And remember, any of these can fail at any time. So everything is not going to always be 100%. But here we go. Boom. Bam. Got that. Now, with that being said, I like to use my extension. And we're going to do this. So extension 1 has been hit. So we're looking at extension 2 to be hit if this pattern. If we can push down, get further. All right. So you see how the extensions can really give you high probability. But we found some support right here. So we need to monitor and see how this price reacts here. If gold can move higher, or if it's going to be enough fear in where gold has a massive sell-off. But it looks like this is strong and it can hold. It should be good to go. And of course, we got to have this level right here we need to clear. So this is the bracket we're playing in at the moment when it comes to gold. Let's see what the British pound doing against the US dollar. Same thing. The dollar is very strong right now. So let's go look at the Swiss franc. The Swiss franc typically serves as a safe haven. All right, so let's see how that's doing right now. So right now the CAD is leading on that. So let's pair it up with another. Let's try the Australian dollar, Swiss franc. All right, so it's Frank not doing as strong as we want. So we're going to check something else out too. Still GBP. All right, let's do this. All right, so I'm on Forex client sentiment. I'm going to look at some of the. All right, so we got the New Zealand USD, 64% alone. NZD USD. All right, so 64% alone. That means the liquidity, they're getting the 8 up. So you see this massive drop. All right, you also see that we have cleared these levels pretty well using the fibs. So we've come down to the 61. All right, and then it looked like we could push to the 78. Now, look at this. I'm not saying that this is what Bitcoin would do, but I mean that pattern, like I said, is shaping up. We could see that. All right. So be careful. So you see, could be the same thing shaping up. Bam. Start to move down. All right, that's it. Hit like button, subscribe. I'm out.